Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to Pajama Prayers. It's so nice to have you with me this evening. I'm glad you have joined me. I'm glad you take time out of your Saturday evening to enjoy the devotional with me. Tonight, our topic is emotions. Do you know what that means? We're talking about feeling sad, maybe happy, because you know all emotions are not bad emotions. Emotions are good. So we can be excited, we can be angry, we can be disappointed, all kinds of emotions. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about how to handle those emotions. What do they feel like? How should we handle them? But before we do that, we have a great game of hidden pictures. This one is whale watching. And I want you to think about or remember which one was the easiest object for you to find in this puzzle. Are you ready? I wish you good luck.
Can you find what's hidden in this picture? Can you find a bottle? Where is the magnifying glass? What about a mushroom? Can you find a butterfly? Do you see a candle? Can you find a mitten? Do you see a crescent moon? Do you see a ladle? Where is the sock? Where is the star? Where is the mallet? Can you find an adhesive bandage? Do you see a toothbrush? Can you find a tennis racket? Can you find a whistle? Do you see a carrot? What about a ruler? Do you see a teacup? Can you find a banana? What about a ghost? Can you find the comb? Can you see a ring? Can you find the mouse? Now find the cherry. Can you find a boomerang? Can you find a radish? Where is a hot air balloon? What about a baseball? Do you see a cloud? Can you find a scarf? Good job!
So which object was the easiest one for you to find? Do you remember? The easiest object for me to find was the little baseball. You know, it was up there in the clouds. It looked like it should have been hard to find because it was a white baseball in a white cloud, but for some reason, it just popped out at me. And it was easy to find. But the difficult one for me to find was the candle. I don't know why it was so difficult to find, but you know, it was on his belt, and then the little flame was off to the side, and that was kind of tricky. So I think that's why that was so difficult to find. I hope you found all of them very easily. And the more we play the game, the easier it becomes, doesn't it? Even though they're different games. And I always have fun. And I hope you do too. So tonight I said we're going to be talking about emotions. And I want to tell you about how to handle them. That's what we want to talk about. Have you ever become so angry that you just didn't know what to do? Maybe you flew off the handle and you pitched a mad fit. Or maybe you pretended that it didn't happen. Maybe the person who made you angry doesn't even know that they made you angry. You just sort of pushed it down and didn't let that emotion out. Or you could be worried about something, and no one even has a clue that you're worried because you have that emotion all bottled up and you don't talk about it. And that reminded me of our story for tonight. I've chosen a story titled Out of a Jar. Now, you might not think that sounds like the title of a story that would be about emotions. Sounds more like a story that would be about maybe peanut butter or jelly, maybe mayonnaise, something that's in a jar. But this story is about emotions. And if you watch very carefully and listen carefully, it will teach you something about how to handle your emotions. Here we go. The name of our story, Out of a Jar. Out of a Jar. Llewellyn loved scary books, scary jokes, and scary cartoons. But Llewellyn did not like to be scared. He tried to put the feeling away, here, then there. But no matter what he did, it kept coming back. Finally, Llewellyn put his fear in a jar and found a place to lock it away. There it stayed. He didn't feel afraid anymore. And that was that. Not long after, Llewellyn felt sad. His best friend Max was laughing and sharing secrets without him, someone said. So, he put his sadness in a jar too. He locked it away, and that was that. Then, during music class, he got so excited. But he wasn't supposed to dance. He was supposed to listen. So he shoved his excitement in a jar too. And that was that. Anger, loneliness, joy, disappointment. He put them all in jars, and that, and that, and that was that. Soon he had so many jars filled with so many emotions that Llewellyn walked around not feeling much of anything at all. One day, Llewellyn was feeling inspired. But Max pointed and squealed with laughter. Llewellyn was so embarrassed. He tried not to show it, but that just made it worse. Of course, Llewellyn knew just what to do. He put his embarrassment in a jar. But there was a problem. There was no more room. Llewellyn tried to push and shove and shut his feelings away. Tears of frustration leaked out, and something rumbled deep inside of him. Suddenly, all of those jars, holding all of those feelings, shattered. Every single feeling broke loose and pummeled Llewellyn with a stampede that turned him into a ragged heap of bunny on the floor. Buried at the bottom, fear was the last to leave. Once the feelings were out, something happened that Llewellyn didn't expect. He was happy and sad at the same time. He was excited and worried, but most of all, he felt relieved. So in the future, whenever Llewellyn was jubilant or embarrassed or upset, he didn't put his feelings away. Instead, he mustered up the courage to feel them, to share them. And when he was ready, he'd look each feeling in the eye, give it a hug, and let it go. And that really was that. The end. Have you ever bottled up your emotions like Llewellyn did? And then all of a sudden it just became too much and you just burst into tears and just had a meltdown. It happens, boys and girls. That's not a good way to handle our emotions. When we have a problem with something, when an emotion comes up, we need to deal with it. For example, if someone makes you angry, you should use your words and you should say, "That made me very angry. Please don't do that again." Or, "That embarrassed me. That was not very nice. Please don't do that." And even though it's kind of hard to talk about it or hard to say things like that sometimes and use our words, the more you practice, the easier it will become. And the less stressed you'll be, you won't get frustrated over bottling up all those emotions. The Bible also talks to us about how to handle some emotions. And our mystery board has done a lot of searching and has found some scriptures for us for tonight about handling emotions. So let's go ahead, check out the mystery board, and see what she has to say.
I have searched the Bible, and this is what I found. Psalm 118:6. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. Psalm 118:6. Philippians 4:6. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need, and thank Him for all He has done. Philippians 4:6.
What great advice. Pray about everything. Don't worry. Talk to God about it. And ask God to help you handle those emotions in a proper way. I hope you will, boys and girls. I hope you will ask God to help you. I hope you will use your words when you have emotions that you need to address instead of pretending they're not happening. And I do hope you will also remember to come back next Saturday evening and join me again for another great story and another exciting time, a game of hidden pictures again. We probably will do a racer puzzle next week, but they're fun. You know I love you to pieces, and I'm so glad you're here with me tonight. Now go ahead and turn to someone there with you and say,
You are worth more than you know, capable of more than you think, and loved more than you can imagine. Good night.